All right, so some of you might know, probably most of you don't, that I am a licensed falconer in the state of Utah, and I work closely with a few of the licensed wildlife rehabilitators in Utah. I, over the years, have gotten more into the rehab side. Yes, I'm driving. So yeah, over the past couple of years, I've stopped spending as much time in sort of traditional falconry, which is getting a bird, training that bird, working with it, and hunting with it. I just frankly don't have time. And also feel more fulfillment in helping the sick and injured wildlife versus taking a bird or buying a bird and working with it, which it's still really cool. Don't get me wrong. I still love it, and I know in the future when I have more time, I will do more of that. I don't want to knock on traditional falconry, but yeah, so I figured I would take you guys on one of my adventures getting an injured bird. I jokingly call myself the bird ambulance, partly because I am a firefighter, advanced EMT, so I work on an actual ambulance, but also because of my schedule, I'm generally pretty available and often get called on to go rescue mostly birds of prey. I've been very fortunate to already, in the couple of years I've done this, help a lot of different animals in a lot of different situations. I really enjoy working with birds of prey specifically, but don't mind other ones. One time I got a call for a pelican someone thought couldn't fly, and I went down to the pond. It was probably half an hour south of my house. I brought my kayak. I kayaked out to this floating log with the pelican sitting on it, and he flew off. So it was pretty hilarious because, I kind of had expectation of a bird that couldn't fly. But at the same time, that's the ideal scenario, right? Is the bird's totally fine. It was just somebody who hadn't seen it move for a while and thought he couldn't fly, but he was fine. One other one that was one of the bigger rescues and one that I really liked was a couple years ago now, we had 2 golden eagles, juveniles, fall out of the nest early. They weren't quite fully fledged, and so I got to go pick both of them up. It was on different days, and even got to help in the rehabilitation with both of them. And it's pretty awesome to see, working with these birds, and especially getting them ready to go back into the wild, to be successful, and to release them. It's pretty awesome. I'm driving into a storm, so hopefully it's not super windy and you can hear me. Anyway, so the call today is a downed eagle. There was a guy out with his family out past a city called Delta, Utah, which is about an hour and a half from my house. And he got video, which is awesome, because oftentimes people will think it's an eagle or something and they'll be wrong. He correctly diagnosed that it has a broken wing. That's generally pretty easy to spot. He was able to get really close to it, and it obviously can't fly. So yeah, we're gonna go pick it up, and I brought most of the equipment I need. I forgot a flashlight. Hopefully I get there with enough light. I also forgot my big giant net, so hopefully it doesn't try to run away from me, because they can run fairly fast, even with one working wing. So anyway, I'm gonna keep driving, and once we get there, I'll show you what we got. Okay. Okay, we've been driving down the road for a while and I found it. Can you see the eagle? There, I think she is. So I'm gonna try to set up a shot where I leave my phone on like my tailgate and you can see me try to capture it, because it's either gonna be very entertaining or kind of boring. Hopefully boring. So I apologize in advance for this next clip. I'm an idiot. I'm not very good videographer, and didn't realize after I got the bird that it was so super zoomed in, and then when I realized it was super zoomed in, I didn't back up nearly enough. So yeah, it's bad, but I'm not gonna recreate it for you, so bear with me. I'll try to maybe do another one that turns out a little bit better, but at least you kind of get the gist of how these things work. Enjoy. Okay, hopefully we're still rolling. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah. Still rolling, okay. Here she is. I don't know if it's a she or a he. Definite broken wing and severe trauma to the right wing. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty bad. Probably was eating something, got hit by a car is my guess. I definitely don't recommend you pick up wild injured animals unless you are licensed. The only time I would recommend it is if its life is in danger, if it's on a road, if it's in heavy traffic, then you should pick it up. If you have proper equipment, very heavy gloves, you can see these massive talons will likely pierce these gloves even. They're just welding gloves that I keep in my truck. But best way to do it is you use a towel or something for them to grab onto instead of your hand, and then you grab their legs. If you can grab their feet like I have, that is, sorry, I'm probably way zoomed in. If you can grab their feet, that is what you want to control. They will bite, they can bite, but they really don't use their beak a whole lot. It's mostly the feet that you have to be worried about. Hi, baby. So I'm gonna do a quick eval of this bird, and we're gonna get it off to one of the wildlife rehab people. So that is the bird ambulance in service. But it's pretty fun stuff. Hopefully we can figure out what's wrong with this guy, how bad the break is, and from there we determine, is it really bad to where it has to be euthanized? Unfortunately that happens. Or is it more mild where we could potentially heal it, and it would either go to an education program where it may not be able to fly but it can have a good life, or best case scenario, it's an easy fix and we can release it back. So hope for the best, and that's all we really can do. So thanks.